how can we get fun into training our reactive dogs? Let's be honest. If we work on something that is really bothering us, like our dogs lunging, barking, growling on leash when they see another dog or person, training becomes everyday life. It's not just we have 1 hour a week where we are at some kind of facility and working on sit down heel or something like that. If we're working on real problems, we are training every single walk, sometimes even our daily handling that's just changing and stuff like that. So this is something that has to be fun, or at least okay, otherwise we will not stick to it. So today we're going to talk about how we can bring fun into those kinds of trainings. And the most important thing is that we use methods that do not trigger negative emotions in us. So we cannot use corrections. I am saying this until I die. We cannot use corrections. Why? Because as soon as we start inflicting pain or fear, and this is how corrections work. I'm sorry for everybody who's doubting that, but it is the case. It's just biology. We cannot feel good doing that. I mean, there are people who feel good doing that, but that's a different story. And the most easy way to find out if you should use a specific method or technique, ask yourself if you would want somebody else to do this to you. And if the answer is yes, awesome, go ahead, do it. And then see how you feel. If you use techniques that are fun and that are helping the dog actually feel better in the situation the dog is struggling in, those are the times we can really have fun training. And if things seem to not work, or you get frustrated, try changing things up a little bit, or even take a break and start fresh on the next day. And this is actually tip number 2. Sometimes we need to take a break from the seriousness of training and just have fun with their dogs. And you might not feel comfortable doing that in your neighborhood because you're always a little bit tense because there could be another dog showing up. And if that's the case, take your dog, drive somewhere where you don't meet anybody, and then just enjoy each other's company. Alright? Or just stay in your garden a day. There is nothing wrong with that if you have a garden. Or rent a sniff spot. If that's available in your area, it's awesome. And this is where we can really recharge our batteries and start fresh the next day. Because as soon as we get frustrated, we tend to be a little more rough, and that's again counterproductive for fun, right? So this is also what you can do when there was a mistake. And this is also very important. Sometimes when we make mistakes, we go into a down spiral. We're beating ourselves up, we're telling ourselves, oh my god, what did I do? I destroyed the whole training process, and we are starting from zero again, and I'm horrible, and the dog is horrible, and everything's horrible. But that doesn't help, right? So what we can do when we make a mistake is just think of a little principle from psychology and learning. And that says that we will stick with what we practice more, right? So we will get better at that instead of what we practice less. What does that mean? If you have 10 dog-on-dog encounters and your dog freaks out 8 times, your dog will get better at freaking out. If your dog stays calm 8 times and you make 2 mistakes, it's not a big deal. Your dog will still learn how to be calm around another dog. Alright? So just think about that when you make a mistake and you catch yourself down spiraling, right? And yes, some things weigh more heavily, like if your dog gets bitten or something like that, yes, that impacts a dog more. But a simple mistake, like you were a little bit too slow when your dog reacted in some kind of way is not a big deal. Just start fresh and go at it again, and next time you will be a little bit faster. Alright? That said, I wish you a lot of fun training, and we'll see each other next time. Bye!